Hello and welcome to the fitting video for the EM57 Nissan Leaf motor divorced coupling kit from Syncro Gearboxes. Hopefully you've already got this kit and you're just looking to see how it fits. It's a very straightforward kit. Obviously this gives you a flange on the output shaft of the EM57 motor and that will allow you to then mate it to something else. Gearbox, transfer box, whatever it is. So within the fitting kit, or the kit itself, sorry, you'll have the adapter plate, which is a bearing carrier, and you'll have the flange, which is all assembled as one item that comes as one unit. In addition to that, you'll have a bag of fasteners, which includes 6 bolts and 2 nuts, and then 2 dowels as well. Now, as I say, fitting is really straightforward. It is pretty much a case of just bolting it to the motor, but there's just a couple of things that you need to be aware of when you're doing that. One is greasing the shaft, so using the right grease, a high temp preferably, and then also inserting the dowels into the block. So, to begin, we'll start with the dowels. So these are 2 M10 by 20mm dowels that go at the 2 o'clock position and then also the 7 o'clock position on the motor. So the dowels come with a tapered end and a round end, domed end. So we're going to put them in domed end into the motor, which will make it easier when we come to putting the plate on. It will help it line up. Super straightforward to do that. It's literally a case of lining them up and then tapping them in with a hammer. So fitting both dowels, as I say, just tapping them in. Trying to get them lined up so I'm not putting them in at an angle which then will damage the hole. But they should line themselves up pretty simple and it's just a case of tapping them in. As you can hear, they're bottomed out, but they're still sticking out probably about 8 or 9mm. Which is more than enough to line up the adapter plate. From here, we're going to grease the shaft on the EM57 with some high temp grease. Now I'm using Swepco 165, which is a good high temp grease, ideal for this situation. So I'm just literally putting a bit of grease on the splines, not going too mad, but basically, as this is a dry coupling in the sense that there's no oil there to lubricate them, we do want some grease in there. If you're being really awesome when it comes to service time, you'd be whipping whatever coupling you've got on here, prop shaft or whatever it might be, and just firing a bit more grease in there, the same as when you do your UJs as well. So with a bit of grease in there, it's fairly obvious now, so we're going to slide the flange onto the splines, push them up, and then you can feel the plate start to locate on the dowels that we've put in, which is great. Now, you can tap them on with a soft hammer, which I haven't got with me at the minute, so I'm just going to put the bolts in and then the plate will pull itself up to the engine block, or the motor block as it were. Really, really straightforward as well. I don't need to tell you how to put bolts in. You can Loctite these, would be a great idea. For the purpose of this video, I'm not going to do it. But you've got four of the bolts which have got threads in, and then 2 on this side here are the ones that we're going to put nuts on. Sorry, 3 on that side that take nuts. So that one, and that one are all going to take nuts. So then I've got my 8mm hex socket, and I'm going to pull these down as evenly as possible because I haven't tapped it up. What you don't want to do is just pull one straight down and pull the plate on at an angle, so we're going to try and do it as evenly as possible. So working that side. we go, she's pulled down just on the 2 bolts, which is great. So I'm going to tighten the rest of these up. There we go. So all bolted up now. Just going to check that moves freely. Obviously, check that your motor moves freely anyway, and that you haven't already got an issue somewhere else. But that moves nice and free, and I'm happy with that. So, as I say, where possible, if you can grease the spline shaft with your usual interval servicing and stuff, that would be great. Even to the point where you could just fire some liquid grease down there, but ideally a high temp grease like the Swepco 165 would be perfect. So there you go, that's the fitting of the Nissan Leaf EM57 divorced coupling kit from Syncro Gearboxes. Very, very simple, as I said. Took us no more than 5-10 minutes. Thank you very much for watching the fitting video. Check out our YouTube channel for other fitting videos on our products as well, and check out our other videos, including our Series 1 EV conversion project, which is this behind me, and give our page a subscribe.